Toyota has announced a non-compliant safety recall impacting approximately 145,000 units of the all-new 2024 Grand Highlander and Lexus TX SUVs manufactured in the United States at their Princeton, Indiana plant. Both models were launched for 2024, which means all vehicles are included in the call. They both utilize a turbocharged 2.4-liter four-cylinder engine. While the Grand Highlander has a hybrid max option with 362 horsepower, and the TX has a plug-in hybrid option with up to 406 horsepower. Toyota explained that the driver's side curtain airbag may not deploy as intended during certain crashes if the driver's window is open. This increases the risk of an injury for the driver, and it also makes the recalled Grand Highlander and TX models non-compliant with federal safety regulations. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, NHTSA, have not clarified the case yet. While the exact cause of the airbag deployment issue remains undisclosed, Toyota said they are actively working on a solution. They anticipate notifying affected SUV owners by mail in mid-August 2024. In the meantime, both Toyota and Lexus have issued a stop sale order for all 2024 Grand Highlander and TX models, and production of these vehicles has also been halted. Car accidents are frightening, and side impact collisions are particularly dangerous. Unlike head-on crashes where the crumple zone absorbs impact, a side impact concentrates the force on a much smaller area, the passenger compartment. This can cause serious injuries to the head, chest, and other upper body. Side impact collisions, also known as T-bone accidents, occur when the side of one vehicle slams into another vehicle or another object like trees and roadside telephone pole. These crashes are particularly dangerous because the impact often strikes the vehicle's passenger compartment, an area with less built-in protection for occupants. T-bone accidents frequently happen at intersections. This is often due to one driver failing to yield the right-of-way, resulting in a devastating collision. The severity of a side impact crash can be significantly influenced by factors like traveling speed and vehicle size. Studies estimate that side impact crashes make up roughly 25% of all car accidents, with this number potentially fluctuating slightly year to year. Traditional side airbag, primarily focus on the torso, are not effective for head protection. To combat this threat, car manufacturers have equipped vehicles with side curtain airbags along the roof rail for enhanced head protection. Side curtain airbags deploy downward from the roofline, creating a protective curtain that safeguards the head and neck of both front and rear occupants in the event of a side impact collision. This is especially crucial in rollovers or side collisions with objects like trees or poles to reduce risk of injuries. Crash and occupant sensors that are placed strategically throughout the vehicle to detect the force and location of a crash, as well as the presence and position of occupants. Restraints Control Module, or RCM, receives data from these sensors and analyzes it in a fraction of a second. Based on the type of crash and the information about the occupant's number and position, the RCM makes the critical decision of which safety devices to deploy. Deployment occurs in a fraction of a second, less than 30 milliseconds, significantly faster than a blink of an eye. Upon deployment, the airbag rapidly inflates with gas, usually nitrogen and a minor amount of argon or another gas, and creates a protective barrier between the occupant's head and the side of the vehicle or another object, absorbing impact energy and reducing the risk of injuries. In addition to airbag deployment, depending on the RCM decision, various safety features like belt pretensioners spring into action fast during crash. Here is an overview of the Grand Highlander airbag safety system. This is an image from Grand Highlander manual. It consists of driver and passenger airbags. This is to reduce impact to the head and chest of the driver and front passenger. Knee airbags. This provides additional protection for the lower body and frontal impacts. Seat cushion airbag. This helps reduce impact to the rear passenger. Seat-mounted side airbags. These deploy from the sides of the seats to shield the torso in side impact collisions. Side curtain airbags. This is the point of discussion of this video. It is what we are talking about. It deploys from the roof rails along the windows, safeguarding the heads of occupants during side impacts. Important situations in which this airbag should deploy is marked in the Grand Highlander manual. Let's see it briefly. But before we do, be sure to subscribe to support the channel. Okay, number 1. Both seat-mounted side airbag and curtain shield airbags should deploy in the event of a perpendicular side impact on the passenger compartment that exceeds the set threshold level. The deployment threshold force approximately corresponds to the impact force produced by 3,300 pounds at an approximate speed of 12 to 18 miles per hour. Number 2. Both left and right curtain shield airbags should deploy if the vehicle is involved in a rollover. Number 3. Curtain shield airbags should deploy alongside with front airbags, knee airbag, seat cushion airbag, seat-mounted side airbags if the underside of the vehicle collides with a hard object. Number 4. Curtain shield airbags should also deploy if the vehicle becomes significantly tilted or is strongly impacted by skidding into a curb. Number 5. The left and right curtain shield airbags may also deploy in the event of a severe frontal collision. These advanced airbags are not just an afterthought. Their design and deployment are rigorously tested and adhere to strict safety standards. The Federal Motor Vehicle Safety Standards, FMVSS, set by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration in the U.S. outline specific requirements for airbag performance in side impacts. FMVSS 208, in particular, focuses on the effectiveness of side impact protection systems, ensuring these airbags offer optimal protection for car occupants. In fact, recognizing their effectiveness, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration mandated their inclusion in all new vehicles by 2013 to meet stricter side impact safety standards. The Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, IIHS, tested the crashworthiness of the 2024 Toyota Grand Highlander, and the Grand Highlander did well in most tests. But during the driver's side small overlap front crash test, the IIHS found that the safety cage, which is the structure protecting the driver, was compromised to some extent. Additionally, the dummy representing the driver made contact with the gap between the front airbag and the side curtain airbag during the crash. Due to this, the Grand Highlander fell short of earning Top Safety Pick Award, as achieving a good rating is required in this specific test, and hence, it received an acceptable rating in the driver's side small overlap test. Despite missing the mark in this one test, the Grand Highlander achieved good ratings in all other mandatory crashworthiness tests. It also impressed with superior ratings for its forward collision prevention system in both daytime and nighttime scenarios. The standard crash avoidance system on the Grand Highlander also performs well in tests simulating pedestrian collisions, both during the day and at night. All trims of the SUV come equipped with LED projector headlights, which were rated acceptable by the IIHS. However, the failure to receive Top Safety Award is not the reason for the current safety recall. It is a more serious issue. It is due to side curtains airbag complete failure to deploy when a window open, as I mentioned earlier. As of today, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration has documented a complaint from one customer from Georgia. The customer alleges that the side airbags did not deploy during the crash. Alright guys, I don't think it is important to speculate by listing a bunch of jargon reasonings at this point. This vehicle is pretty big, which is usually used for a family ride where safety is a high priority. Airbag deployment is an intricate process that needs precise timing, fast action, and seamless coordination between various components for optimal protection. That could be potentially due to a rolled-down window during a crash potentially interfering with side curtain airbag deployment, or it might obstruct or disrupt deployment. We don't know. Let's wait for the announcement of the result of investigation. Don't take a risk by driving with window rolled down. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any future content.